holiness is required. Holiness is the absence of those things that Satan has power over. Don't give room in your body. When he says don't give room, your life is like a house with rooms. Don't give some rooms. Don't say, okay, I've tried now. I have 15 rooms in this house. It's only one I've kept for Satan. The other 14 belong to God. That one room in your life, your house, is enough for him to breed snakes. Poisonous snakes. Is enough for him to put poop. And the stench will fill the whole house and nobody can breathe. And the angels will run out of the house. Don't give any room. Scrub all the rooms. Clean all the rooms. Your eyes, your ears, your mouth, your skin, all of you, give it over. Now, don't play with your enemy. Your enemy has a clue of how dangerous you guys are. He has a clue. God usually gives him a sneak preview of your future. So when he's fighting you, he's not fighting the you of how you see yourself now. You are the one with the problem of sight that keeps saying, who am I? Who am I? Little me. Me that is struggling. Me that is... That's how you see yourself. When Satan looks at baby Jesus, why on earth would Herod, who personified Satan like Pharaoh personified Satan in the time of Moses, why would he kill all the children in Bethlehem? All. He killed all the children of that age. Why? Just to kill Jesus. But Jesus is just a child, a baby. No. Jesus is going to dethrone him. That's what he sees. Satan is allowed to see where you're going. You are like, no, God wouldn't do that to me. Satan is allowed to see what you will be. God does it. That's what attracts a lot of the warfare in your life. He allows it. He sees it before you were even born for some people. Some people, he starts attacking you before you are born. He starts attacking your mother, attacks the family you're coming into, attacks you from childhood, brings all sorts of things, attacks all of it. He wants you to be bad. He wants you to turn to him. He wants you to be demonic and evil. It is why some people say, no, listen to a common trick of the devil. You hear people say things like, this thing you're saying is true. So I'm not saying it's not true, but it's not for people like me. It is exactly for people like you. Satan came ahead because he was allowed to see the star. He's allowed to see it. And he goes, hey. And you know, like Jesus, they say, this is he who is born King of the Jews. So some of you, they are looking at, oh, this is the one that is going to take gospel to the people of Magaga in Kokuroland and turn that place to the Lord. Not less than 1.3 million will come to know God and walk in his power. And he's allowed to have a clue. You think he goes, nonsense child. No. He comes straight for you. Brrr. Attacks. He brings everything. False ideas and ideologies. Sickness. Pain. Sorrow. Even death. Listen to me. They killed all the children 2 years down in Bethlehem. All. How many were they? They died. They didn't die spiritually. They died physically. They were removed from the earth. Jesus had no mates from the Bethlehem area. They killed all for one person. So get used to it. The same similar thing happened to Moses. They killed all the males of his time. Why do you think people won't die physically because of you? People have suffered disaster because of you. If you have callings on your life with a purpose, and one of the easiest ways to know what I'm saying applies is that after the time abortion, like in America, became legal and other things, the generation that has been born after them, many of them, it is them and their children that will destroy the works of Satan in the earth. That's why abortion is so commonplace. You're the one that was not aborted. You're the one that survived. And the devil knows it. You're the one that survived. Now, when you survive, that you escaped it at all, God is trying to tell you, I kept you. I made you escape because you have a job to carry out. You have a job to carry out. We've heard testimonies. We know people that they tried to abort them repeatedly and they didn't. Then you want to come and do anyhow. Can you imagine Jesus coming to the earth and doing anyhow and saying, Mama, mommy, Mary, mommy, I know that my bed, I know sad things have happened, but I've thought about that thing. I think it's too heavy. I want to go to school. Can you imagine the angels that sang when you were born? They just go like, I resign. There will be mass strike above and below. I don't even know what will happen in the earth. And you have the mind that I can just resign. I'll just walk away. I just feel like I've thought of it. I've looked at it. My friends are not with me. I don't have many friends that are thinking like me. So I know, sir. I know in my life, God has shown signs, sir. But I mean, we have free will. That is, some people, it seems as if there is no free will. In spite of the fact that you appear to have free will, if you are wise, you're not going to think it too much, because in the sovereignty of God, there are people that say, I won't do it, and God says, you won't do it, you won't do your own. So, is this in the Bible? The children of Israel that were brought out of Egypt, they said, let's go back to Egypt. He said, you won't go. I'll kill you in a dry place. You're going to wander round and round and round. The place will be dry. Now there you go, die. That Egypt, you won't enter the promised land either, by the way. But you not enter that Egypt again. The enjoyment of Egypt you won't have. The enjoyment of the promised land you won't have. It will be an area in between where I gave you my law, the desert of sin. Stay there. Now that's not a good place to be. And God wants us to know this. God wants us to maintain the consciousness. Always. It will enable you not say, that thing, I wanted to do the right thing. It was just like so hard. If you know heaven and earth has been moved before you were born, you will behave yourself. You won't look at other people and say, they try you. They really love God. They try. You better try, or you have too much to answer to. What does the Bible say about to whom much is given? Much is expected. To whom much is given. If God has given you even just the knowledge of what I just said, already I pity you.